Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a while. I haven't picked up the camera now in a couple weeks, but we haven't stopped farming in the meantime. We've been busy. It's been a good summer now. We've had some rain the last few weeks that have really turned things around. It has greened up here so much. The pastures are rejuvenated. Hay fields are rejuvenated. A little bit late for some crops, the cereal crops, canola. It was late for those, but some late-seeded beans, late-seeded corn. It's really helped out with that. So, anywho, what we're doing today, it's that time of year. It's straw season for us. Every year this time, around the end of August, beginning of September, we get in our year's supply of straw. The guys have been busy combining, and my guys have been busy baling. And now that we've had a bit of a break in the weather where it's not too wet, we're busy hauling and stacking in the yard here. So we're bringing in 850 round bales of straw this year, 5x6 round bales of straw. We only use rounds, we don't use squares, just because you guys have seen the way we process our bales through our bale shredder. We can handle rounds better than squares. And for us, rounds, they just weather a lot better outside. We'd need a big shed to stack squares, and squares you can't stack outside. The water will run right through them. The way the rounds are, the water sheds off them a lot better. We do have sometimes a little bit of a wet bottom to them, depending on where they're stacked. But we try our best to stack them in nice high places. We're back here in the feed yard. If you look back there, there's the fall rye that we stacked up 3 months ago now. And our corn silage is over there. And yeah, we've got these nice big long rows of straw here. There's about 350 bales in this stack here. Maybe almost 400 by the time we're done. We've got a little bit of room to extend here. But in the meantime, the trucks are backing in here and we're stacking some back there. I'm having to kind of do it a little different this year. Normally we stack about half of our straw right behind the barn, but that happens to be where the outside pen is. So there is some space there, but not enough space to get the truck in there. So if you can't get the truck in to unload, there's no point putting straw there. It is a little bit wet right there too right now, so we're gonna keep stacking here for a while, and we'll stack some there, and then we'll stack some like green over there, and if we have to, we'll stack some in the yard over there. So probably a question I might get asked here is, why are we not actually stacking them? Putting 2 bales, 3 bales high, or making a big pyramid and covering it. Well, we don't have tarps to cover it, for one. I don't want to buy tarps. And I don't like handling my bales more than once. I want to take it off the truck, put it in a row, and it stays there until we need to pick it up with the bale shredder. Our bale shredder needs to pick them up this way, right? You got to see them, the spikes go underneath, tips the bale in, so they need to be placed this way to pick them up. And I don't want to have to unstack them. This spring, we did bring in some straw that I double stacked because I had no space and I didn't feel like clearing a huge amount of snow. And that sucked. We had to double handle those bales. Those bales were really fine straw with twine, and they fell apart super easy. And we had an incredible amount of shrink, and I hate shrink. Shrink really irks me. So this way the bales are handled once. And also when we stack them, if I were to put the first bale on its flat end down, another one on top, the water runs off that top bale and it goes into that bottom bale. And we had a problem with those ones I did stack this spring. The bottom bales, quite a few of them, were pretty nasty. So they get wet and start to rot and get moldy a little bit. And if I go and spread that in the barn, which every once in a while we did, then you get a bunch of nasty wet straw in there. And that's what we're trying not to have with that. We want nice, clean, dry bedding for the cows. So we found doing it this way works best for us. If we had tarps, yes, we could make a little pyramid and tarp them. That's a lot of extra work. You could build a humongous shed and stack them all in there. That would be fantastic. You'd have to double handle them. You'd have to stack them in the shed, which would take longer to stack too. You'd have to take them out, put them in rows, pick up their shredder. But that straw would be beautiful. But the cost. That's why we don't do it. The cost of that big shed. We have a hay shed. We do put a few bales of hay, nice hay in the shed, but our shed is mostly to house calves. We kind of converted our hay shed into our calf area. So that's a little bit of rundown on straw and why we do it the way we do. The trucks will be showing up soon. We'll get some straps off, get unloaded. All right, our load just arrived. You guys are busy popping the straps off. Let's get this guy unloaded. a whole lot of back and forth. Try and put at least a foot, sometimes 2 feet between the rows. Just gives the snow a place to go and not pile up too bad between the bales. It's busy. The guys are hauling with 2 trucks. We get in about 8 loads a day. So I do have time to do all my chores in between loads, but I always have to make sure I'm around because when the trucks show up, those guys back in, they pop straps off. They want me to unload them as fast as they can so they can get back to the field, because where they're hauling from is about an hour from here, where the ground is completely different. Right, we're very sandy here. Where this stuff is very heavy black dirt, Red River Valley soil, gumbo we'd call it. When that stuff gets rained on, it turns so sticky and so gummy, and those trucks can't move. We were actually hauling straw last week, and what day were we doing it? On Friday or Thursday? Anywho, they brought the load and it absolutely poured here. And by the time they got back to the field, the rain had followed them and it was pouring there, so we had to shut her down because that was it. They could not even move those trucks in the field. Now I'll tell a little funny story about bales and rows. We had a cow get loose one time. It was a little bit wild, and she took off running behind the farm, and we went after back here to the farm to look for her, and we couldn't find her. And we looked, and okay, well, she must have gone through a fence and checked all the pasture, checked the trees, nowhere to be found. We came back to the yard, and I could hear this wheezy sound. This cow got herself wedged in between a row of bales, and she made it in quite a ways. She was probably in 20 bales deep in that row, and she could not get out. So we had to take all the bales out of those 2 rows, or out of 1 row, so that she could get her big fat butt out of there. It was stuck right in there. That was long enough, eh? 23 minutes to unload that guy. Anywho, yeah, this one we're kind of sneaking in the back here. It's taking me a little bit longer to unload than normal, but yeah, it's usually around that 18 minutes to a truckload I can do. Just 1 bale at a time. If ever I can get another tractor, a bigger tractor, I would love to get a double bale fork with a hydraulic cylinder that picks the bales up side by side, but then as you space them or stack them, they actually spread apart. That would be pretty slick. It's on the wish list.
I can hear it the same way.
Yep, next load, same way, please. See you in a bit. Alright, last load of the night, folks. We are 2/3 of the way there with straw. We'll do a few more loads tomorrow, then we got to pause for an afternoon and go wrap some oats. The oats that made it. And then, yeah, we'll get back to the straw hopefully later on in the week if it doesn't rain too much. But yeah, I got a cameraman today holding the camera. Let everyone see you, eh? There it is. I haven't dropped a bale yet so far. Probably just jinxed myself, but this trailer being a straight trailer, it's a little bit trickier getting that bale on the far side. It's a little bit, I gotta grab it twice. The other one we saw there is a step deck, so that was nice and low on the far side. But haven't dropped a bale, haven't broken a bale so far. Fingers crossed that we don't.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Since we are loading bales, and then that means that there's more bales for us to jump on.
That's right. Yep, you guys like to climb on the bales and jump from row to row.
Yeah.
That's a very popular activity, especially when our friends come over, right? Yeah, there will be lots of bales to jump on now. Holy moly. We have contests who can run down the rows the fastest. Yeah, there's 9.
Sometimes we do some manhunts.
Yeah. Do some farmyard parkour.
So now, I'm on top of all the bales right now, as you can see. And I'm filming my dad. It's kind of hard to see because of the sun. I'm going to run on the bale, so it's going to be very shaky like this.
Evening, everybody. Supper time for me. So, took a little break from doing straw for afternoon. We had 4 loads this morning, and taking the rest of the day to wrap oats. You guys have seen the oat video. It was a bit of a fail and then a bit of a comeback, and yeah, there's about 65 acres we cut, and there's gonna be just over 200 bales. Not quite done wrapping, but just taking a break to eat some supper here. So yeah, surprising, very, very surprising. And the oats were all in different stages. There was some of the original oats that still took, and those are kind of almost too mature. And then the reseeding oats were probably a little immature, so it kind of balances off. But all in all, yeah, we have feed here, which is a lot more than we thought we'd have. So yeah, it's a beautiful evening. I'm gonna eat my chicken fingers and potato wedges and get back to wrapping. Hey guys, just quickly inserted a clip here of me unloading those oat silage bales. I've never shown unloading in the yard. We showed loading in the field. But yeah, so here in the Bobcat we got the bale squeeze. This bale squeeze is a lot nicer than the one we use in the John Deere. This one squeezes from both sides. You just get better control of the bale. If you listen closely as I pick up this bale, it yeah, makes a bit of a strange sound. And it's what we call bale flatulence. Some of these bales, as we pick them up, they're full of gas, and the gas can kind of escape through the layers of plastic. And that one there, looking at myself, I realized I grabbed that bale a little bit too aggressively. But yeah, we just unloaded in the yard of the skid steer. It's super versatile, the skid steer. You can move around really quick in a tight space, stack them up real nice. So yeah, that's just a quick glimpse of how we unload our silage bales in the yard. Kind of get the gist of how this rolls here. It's just load after load, bale after bale. We stack them here, we stack them here, we stack them everywhere, and we get in our year supply of straw. We will use 90% of this for bedding and about 10% for feed. So yeah, quick little glimpse at our fall straw run. Until next time, guys, see you later.